Questions here to tighten it up. How should a newcomer prioritize a home group?
I would say for a newcomer, I know you're going to be resistant, and I know it might not make sense. A home group is going to keep you accountable and locked down in this very wavy part of your life, whether you're trying to gain reliance on a higher power, you're trying to strengthen your spirit. Having a home group and prioritizing that home group, reach out to your sponsor if you don't have one. You know, like there's websites you could get on to be able to find the home groups that are in your area, you know, and prioritizing the home group, I would say that's the how, you know, like get with anyone from any fellowship, you know, and ask them questions. And it's pretty easy to get enrolled into a home group. And there's not much pressure when you're in that home group, although it would be a benefit to you to be a greeter, to be a coffee maker, to be engaged. And yeah, that's what I would say to that.
Awesome. So I'll add to that a little bit too. If you go to treatment, right, what are the recommendations of anybody that goes to treatment? They tell you to go to a meeting, right when you get out. They tell you to get a home group. They tell you to do a 90 and 90. And they tell you to get a sponsor, right? So we got to look at these words a little bit differently in the realm of the material versus the realm of the spirit, right? So if someone says that they're homeless, we would think that they don't have shelter, they don't have a house, they're, you know, without a bed, they're sleeping outdoors, things of this nature. Well, I can be homeless in the realm of the spirit by not having a home group, right? It's kind of along the same lines of if I'm unemployed. A lot of times I hear people where they'll discuss things and they'll say, I was drunk and unemployable and I was homeless. And those things all sound like they're in the realm of the material, which are probably true. But in the realm of the spirit, being drunk, I can be drunk without any intoxicating substance, right? Yeah. We found that out. Yeah. Unemployable. Am I employable to God, right? He is the Father, we are the children. He is the principal, we are the agents, and he is our employer. When we take such a sincere position, when we become honest, and we want to live by spiritual principles and guidance and direction of our Father, right? So it's the same kind of concept with the home group. If I don't have a home group, I'm homeless, right? Have you had multiple home groups? If so, why?
I have not. I've only had one home group, so...
Me too. I've never had more than one home group.
Yeah. I'm sure, you know, if someone has it, it's not like a bad thing, you know?
No, it's not a bad thing to be more affiliated with more than one group. And depending on your home group, you could have a daily commitment, right? My home group is only once a week. Your home group was twice a week for quite some time. How about... what is the format of a home group?
So it depends. Like, so there's a numerous amount of groups within different fellowships. So they each may have their own spin on the information that they're digesting. It could be a home group that's dedicated to younger peoples of AA or NA. It could be a home group that is, you know, they all have different formats, but I mean, there's some that have a breakdown of information, literature information. Is that kind of what you mean by that question?
That was the question that was on the sheet, but yeah, I think that's about right.
Gotcha.
How does a home group prioritize service and service commitments?
So a home group gets their service commitments from the
Intergroup.
the intergroup office, and so that's a you know, that office will divvy out information to each of the home groups, and it could be a speaking commitment for a rehabilitation center or a recovery house. It could be a detox center. It might be along the lines of step 1, generally with the rehabilitation centers within the lines of 1 to 3. So these binders go around, and you're being of use and of service. You know, you're getting out of yourself, and you're providing experience, strength, and hope to others that are starting their journey in recovery. And yeah, it's amazing. You could see it on people's faces, you know, in these.
Well, it's an opportunity for us to be a vessel of God, right?
Yes, sir.
So we get to go out throughout the state, throughout the country, throughout anywhere, globally, to be a vessel however possible we can, right?
Yeah.
These service commitments can be anywhere.
Yeah.
How about, why is anonymity important for a home group member?
Well, we are made up of professional and business folk.
That's right.
So, you know, like, we can be a CEO of a large company, and we might not want that information out. Some people are open with it. I'm very open with it. Obviously, I'm on the stage. But some people may not want to. It's stereotype, you know, and although the world, to an extent, suffers from it, and you know, so it makes sense, and it's important for that to be respected.
Right, so like alcoholism, addiction, things like this, it's a world of ignorance and misunderstanding. People don't understand what it is that potentially could be happening. I know that I've never suffered a day of alcoholism once until I got sober, because that's what alcoholism is. Alcoholism starts after the addiction has finished, right? In addition to that, I mean, with the world of ignorance and misunderstanding, it's a judgmental type of thing, and people don't realize what you're going to a meeting for. Are you going there to help somebody or to be helped? And they think the worst, they think that you need to be helped, opposed to that you're going there to be a vessel to help, to extend the hand, and to help somebody put their hand in God's hand.
That's so important.
And it's really important, right? How did you become a home group member? It was pretty easy, right?
Yeah, it just was effortless. It was one of the first meetings I went to, and at the end of each meeting, there's a couple of things that are done at the end of each meeting. They ask who the sponsors are, if anyone needs sponsorship, who's a home group member, and if you would like to join to get with one of the home group members. And from there, you can sign up for commitments within that home group itself. And so it's nice, you know, it's pretty easy to become a home group member.
What about dues or fees? No.
We're self-supporting.
Completely self-supporting. Decline outside contribution, right?
Yeah.
Zach, throw something at me. Anybody have any questions for home groups? No? All right, well, I think that'll conclude what we have going on today. Thank you for this opportunity. We really greatly appreciate it.